Hi, my name is John, and I'm the owner of thegoodstewardonline.com. We are a bookkeeping business located in Wasilla, Alaska, and we focus on doing books for churches, non-for-profits, and Christian-owned small businesses. Today, I want to walk you through a situation in QuickBooks Online where you have a bill that bill is showing unpaid, but you know that you made a payment on the bill. If you do your own books, you probably remember making this payment, but for some reason, that payment you made to the bill did not match to the bill, so the bill still shows unpaid. Now, the instructions I'm going to walk you through in QuickBooks Online today can also be used if you have invoices and you know that you received payment on those invoices, but the invoice is still showing unpaid. So let's walk through this situation and show you how you can match this transaction. But first, I want to take a look at the bills. So over here on the left of your screen, if you go to My Apps, Expenses and Bills, and drop down to Bills. And we're going to be looking for unpaid bills. So these bills that are showing on this list are unpaid. Now, if you're doing books for a company, you have a client and you want to pull this list and you want to show them these bills in your books are showing unpaid, and just verify with them that they're actually unpaid, or if they have been paid, they might know that and it'll come up, hey, I already paid this bill, and then you as the bookkeeper can go do a little research and figure out why that bill is still showing unpaid. So let's take a look at this particular one, Books by Bessie, for $75. This one is showing unpaid. And my client's saying, wait a minute, I remember making this payment for $75. Now, this is a hypothetical situation because this is a sample company located or loaded into QuickBooks Online. So we're going to take a look for this payment of $75 from Books by Bessie. So let's go back over to the left of your screen to My Apps, and let's go to Accounting and Bank Transactions. And I'm going to first look for this in my bank register rather than in my transactions. And I'm going to show you why I want to do it this way and show you a little trick that you can learn. So here on the right of your screen, you'll see a link that says go to bank register. Just click on that and let's scroll down, and we see here this transaction, Books by Bessie. And it's going to have either a C or nothing here or an R. Those are the options. But let's say that we came here and this one had an R, and it would look like this. That would mean this transaction has already been reconciled. So it's been categorized and it has been reconciled. I'm going to show you how you can unreconcile it here, go back and fix it, and then come back and reconcile it. So let me walk you through that real quick. Just click here, just like I did when that C was here. Click here where the R is. It's going to drop this screen down, and then click on the R until it's blank, and then click Save. It's going to give you two warnings. The first warning is going to be, this transaction was downloaded from your bank records. Are you sure you want to edit it? And just click Yes. And then it's going to say, this transaction you're editing has already been reconciled, or are you sure you want to modify this? Well, we know what we're going to be doing here, so we're going to go ahead and click Yes. Now let's go back to our bank transactions, and we're going to see this transaction, but it's going to be under the categorized. So you see how at first I was under the for review section or tab. We want to go to the categorize tab because it's still categorized. Even though we unreconciled it, it's still categorized. So let's just undo this transaction. When you click undo, it's going to move it back to the for review tab. So now let's scroll down until we see that transaction. And here it is on 9/29/2025, two matches found for Books by Bessie, and it's $75. So this is the one we want to match to that bill. Now let's click on it here, because there's two different transactions in our QuickBooks file that this transaction matches to. What QuickBooks is doing is just looking at the amount of $75. And this is where you as a bookkeeper get to come in and decide which transaction does this actually match to. And this is how things go wrong in QuickBooks, because people may not match. They may just hit categorize instead of match. And then that bill would still show unpaid. Or they may attach it to the wrong transaction. If they do that, the bill's still going to show unpaid. And you're going to have to go through these same steps of undoing the transaction and then properly matching it to clear out the correct bill. So it's pulled up two transactions because there's two transactions in our QuickBooks file that are $75 and around the same time period. So we have, first of all, a bill on 9/17 for $75, books by Bessie. And we know that's actually the one that we're looking for, but you can see here there's also expense 76 for $75 for Pam. We know that's not the right transaction, but just know that this is how things end up getting messed up in your QuickBooks file, is if you accidentally attach this transaction to the wrong expense, the wrong bill, or you don't match it at all, then the bill still shows unpaid. So we have selected the bill for $75 and we're just going to click match. And now what I want to show you is if we go back over here to my apps, expenses and bills, and go to bills, we're not going to see that bill under the unpaid tab anymore. But if we look under the paid tab, we're going to see here the $75 transaction for Books by Bessie for $75. Now that bill is showing paid. At this point, though, if we just stopped, we still have a problem with our reconciliation, because if you remember, we unreconciled that transaction and we need to go back and fix it. So I'm going to go back to accounting, bank transactions, and I'm going to go to my bank register. Even though we have matched it, it's categorized now, but it is not reconciled. So look here at the Books by Bessie, $75. It shows that it is cleared. Now I've taken you through the whole step on showing you how you can unreconcile something and properly match it and then re-reconcile it. So let's click here, and we're just going to click that it is reconciled now, and we're going to save it. We're going to get the same two warnings. Warning number one, this transaction was downloaded from your bank. Click yes. The transaction you're editing has been reconciled. Click yes. And now when we scroll down, oops, I went too far. There it is. Now when we scroll down, you're going to see that that transaction is back into reconciled status. So now when we go to do our reconciliation at the end of the month, it's going to be okay because we didn't change the dollar amount. Sometimes when you come up on reconciliation problems where other people are working in the books and maybe doing different things, this is a good place to start and look to see that all your transactions, that whether they're reconciled or whether they're cleared or whether they're blank here. So it's just a good place to come and investigate. And from this bank register screen, you can go back to bank transactions here just by clicking on the link to bank transactions. It's going to take you back here. But we now have solved the bill for $75 that was showing it was unpaid when our client said, no, I remember paying it. Or maybe if you're doing your own books, you said, no, I remember paying this bill. Why is this bill still showing unpaid? Now we've gone through and uncategorized that payment and matched it properly to the bill so that our books are clean, and our books are getting more and more ready now for the end of the year tax time to make sure that everything's in line for our CPA when they file the taxes. I hope that this helped you in your QuickBooks Online work, And if you did like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel, and you'll get notification when I upload new content. Thank you.